Klay Thompson before Meg Thee Stallion. We didn't know Stephon Diggs before Cardi B. And while these guys have more money than these girls have social and global influence. Meg Thee Stallion made Klay a global star, whether he wants to admit or not. These men like to use these women for come-ups and for social status because, like, don't ever get it twisted, girls. Social currency is still a currency. If you are well known in your circle and you are well respected, a guy can use that for social come-up because being with you makes him look good. If Meg Thee Stallion is dating him, he must be popping. He must be giving guys. You need to be very, very careful because guys are users just like girls. I would even say more. A guy knows when he has a woman that he can use to make himself look better. And I think sometimes the insecurity that we have in ourselves do not allow us to see what we are actually worth, what our currency is. But a man can see it. A man can see your value economically before you. And it does not even need to be money. It's status, it's reputation. When you're around his friends, how does you standing next to him make him feel and look? But because a lot of us are insecure, a lot of us don't see ourselves the way the outside sees us. That's why a guy can pick you and you could be like, oh my God, he picked me. He's a money man. He's this. No, he picked you because you have status, because you have social currency, and because you're that.
The internet is so funny, especially the men on here. They keep saying, oh, Klay Thompson, 4 times NBA champ, 37 points in the first quarter, multi-millionaire, whatever. But does that really excuse cheating? He should not be.
This Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson situation, I'm about to piss off a lot of unhealed people, and I don't give a shit. Somebody needs to be real with our fucking generation, and we have to do better. We cannot attract a healthy love if we are broken. It is impossible to be in a toxic relationship with only one person participating. We have to do a better job of taking accountability for our shit and saying, you know what? That behavior doesn't align with how I love myself and how I feel loved and respected. I can guarantee you that there were several things that were overlooked because of the desire to be in a relationship and be chosen, the codependency that goes into it. This is way greater than him just cheating. He's not nobody's perfect. These famous people are just regular schmegular ass people with money. We all have issues. And the fact that y'all expect them to be a fucking fairy tale shows how delusional a lot of you are in this dating world. You have to reach the deepest, darkest, and ugliest parts of yourself to be able to understand why you have abandonment issues, why you have codependency issues, why you have control issues, why you're so fucking masculine, why you're afraid of intimacy and connection. You want a relationship, but you can't show up as yourself because you're scared to chase somebody away because you want to be chosen. Or maybe you're on the opposite end where you want a relationship, but you're scared to lose autonomy and you won't make space for somebody else because love has never felt safe for you. We have got to do fucking better, and we have to take accountability. We can't always just blame the other person. We have to do better. And until we stop running from everything and saying, oh, I'm isolated, I'm by myself and I'm happy and I'm peaceful, which I can believe for some people that do the work, but some of y'all do the shit because you're fucking scared. And then when you get back out in the world, you still choose the wrong fucking partner because you have not done the proper work.
What does the NBA plan to do about the cheating problem? And like Megan, if you need someone to comfort you, I don't want to get lost from the important point. The NBA has this way of just like producing the most incredible athletes who have like no self-respect and also no respect for their own body and no respect for anyone else's body. And like, I'm just counting the number of NBA players who fumbled the baddest women alive when Iman Shumpert ruined his beautiful, perfect family with Tiana Taylor, who by the way is Tiana Taylor. I'm not the biggest sports person, so maybe someone else can tell me, like, what is it about the NBA that's producing these people? Because at this point, it's like a generational problem for the league, and somebody has to do something to stop.
Man, let's talk heavy. So somebody asked me to speak on what happened with Megan Thee Stallion and Klay. I did on the main channel, but I'll do one on this channel as well too. It'll be a little bit different. So you got a lot of black women crashing out over Megan Thee Stallion and Klay. I play that angle, basically saying that nobody knew who Klay was before Megan Thee Stallion. So black women are just comical at this point. More people knew who Klay was than they knew who Megan Thee Stallion was. You know, Klay has, been a world champion. I'm not sure if he was part of the Olympic team or not, but he's been a world champion. He's been a world champion 4 times or NBA champion 4 times. And How can we sit here and talk about people not knowing who Klay was, and women have this narcissistic, inflated ego that the world revolves around them? Most people don't even know who the hell Megan Thee Stallion is. You know what I'm saying? Like, is she a multi-platinum? Is she a platinum selling artist? Her albums ever went platinum? But, the whole thing is, Klay fumbled her, and he didn't fumble her. Women be thinking guys, and some of these simps be thinking because guys break up with girls or girls leave and she's pretty, that a guy fumbled her. But most of us already know dealing with most women is a headache. Dealing with most women is like having a pet, or dealing with, or it's a hindrance. A lot of times, a lot of these dudes deal with women in your life go down the drain because she puts her problems on you and she don't relieve none of your problems. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be the issue. Y'all not building nothing. They don't want to be mothers no more. They want to be taken care of like children, but they don't want to be treated like children. They don't want to be talked to like children. And this is why guys don't commit to relationships. But she didn't make Klay Thompson. Like, Klay Thompson don't care about being, popular in the rap community. He don't care nothing about that. He don't care nothing about being popular in the rap community. That's the fact. He don't care nothing popular about being in the rap community. He don't care nothing about that. They just doing too much this morning. But they don't care shit about that, bro. But in general, like women, Klay is terrible, and we should go cheat on our men because we should go cheat on our men, or cheat on your boyfriend because of Klay Thompson. Like, Klay Thompson, black man ain't no monolith. You know what I'm saying? Because Klay Thompson cheated on Megan Thee Stallion. That means that all black women should cheat on it. Just look how they think. Why should all y'all cheat on y'all boyfriend? What we got to do with Klay Thompson? Some of us not a fan of Klay Thompson. Some of us don't like the Warriors. Some of us do. But, they just live through celebrity, through entertainment. That's why when they reference relationships, money bag cheated on Ari, and what they got to do with the regular guy? We don't live that lifestyle. We ain't on the road all half the year and have all these different bitches. Most of us out here getting to the chili, working 2 or 3 jobs, or working a job and hustling, or conserving our money. Most guys don't even have the time or energy to cheat. That's the truth that's not being told. Most guys don't have the time, effort, or energy to cheat. Because you busy. You're super duper busy getting money, working on businesses, working on investments, working on, the next move. And then, a lot of us, we go to the gym, we a little bit tired from the gym, we meal prepping, we busy all through the day. We get time, put our feet up for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, if that, watch the game, play the game, or watch the TV show. And then we in the bed to do it all over again on the weekend. It's about handling business. And then we have a little fun on the weekend and we rest up if we have a little fun on the weekend, if we still ain't hustling. So they think we live these celebrity lifestyles, or all men do is cheat and just that, and the third. In reality, most guys don't even have time to cheat. Most guys don't even have enough time to get to one individual. And that's why the reason why they stand single. But for them to be, crashing out because of Megan, but let's not forget, she cheated on old buddy, the partisan guy. She cheated on him, and he found out in court that she slept with Tory Lanez. Let's not forget that her whole rap persona is F a nigga. I don't need a nigga. I got my own money. I dog a nigga out. So why don't women hold her accountable, her and Cardi B accountable, for telling them F men, we don't need men, fucking ninja and all this type of stuff. But then y'all turn around and y'all go be with a man. Y'all be so happy to have a boyfriend. Y'all go get married. Y'all aspire to get married. But these are the same women in their raps that's saying F a man, don't get married, single, independent. Sierra in the booth singing to black women about being an independent. Shout out to my independent women. But guess what? You a kept woman. You a married woman. Your husband bought your masters back. The single women, this is Beyonce, but she go lay up with her husband. But y'all don't never hold them accountable. Y'all black women listen to the worst type of advice. They listen to the worst type of advice and blame black men. It ain't been black men's fault ever in the black community, for real. It ain't never been our fault. Whatever y'all historically, you know what I'm saying? It ain't other than selling slaves to Europeans or being captured. It ain't never been our fault, for real. Because we made adjustments, we made accommodations for black women time and time again. And it's never good enough. It's never about what they need to do. It's about what we not doing. It's always, oh, you need to do more. We did enough. I tell guys that. If she don't want to get with your program, get with somebody that's going to get on your program. Unfortunately, that's the way it got to be, wherever they from. If not, just have your rotation and be happy with it. I tell this to all the women I be talking to. Most black men prefer to be with black women. That was their first preference. And you hear women talk about, well, I didn't have, this is the reason why we liked it. No, the reason y'all like this is because y'all created a community that y'all want to control. That's it. But for this whole situation, Klay was just playing just to play, was having a good time. You think he was going to take you serious? And you cheated on old buddy with Tory Lanez. You've been with all these guys. He just wanted that he had fun with you. It was good image. It was good for marketing. He hit you for a quick minute. He got with the WNBA star, probably got caught cheating because he was tired of you. You wouldn't leave. It is what it is. And she called TMZ to tell them that they breaking up because she probably about to drop an album. And that's to sell the album. There probably was a handshake agreement behind the scenes. That's all it was. It was a handshake agreement behind the scenes. For her, it was publicity. It's a publicity thing. They do this. They do publicity relationships. You date him, y'all be together. He come up off you, you come up off him. It was a publicity relationship. He ain't the player he used to be because of the knee injury and all that. But her, she was some work. But black women take the worst advice. They take the worst advice. They got husbands, you don't got one. You talking about fuck husbands and this, that, and the third, and you going home crying because you ain't got one. You sleeping lonely because you ain't got one. You can't even sleep comfortably. You hear the shutters hit the window. You crying. You want to meet, some of y'all don't even got fathers in y'all lives, grandfathers, brothers. Y'all didn't have them or that relationship. Y'all spoiled that relationship, and you can't even have them come over no more because it is what it is. But to be honest with you, dog, it's a sham.
Up with y'all. As ladies, Megan Thee Stallion, why? I don't care what happened in your relationship with Klay Thompson. What did he do to deserve you all of a sudden going on Front Street, Page 6, TMZ, or wherever the hell else to tell the world? How come you couldn't just say it didn't work out? Why you got to tell the business? And by the way, ladies, if you're going to tell your business, why not tell all of it? Like, for example, if the brother did step out on you, why? Could it be that you wasn't handling business? Could it be that you got comfortable? Could it be that complacency kicked in? Monotony and normalcy kicked in? And the things that he was doing to step his game up because he got to, because y'all don't tolerate that. You're ladies. This is Stephen A. you talking to, baby. We gonna keep it a buck. Women, this is your gift. Your constant embellishers. You don't allow a man to stand still. It's a constant process of progression. That's why even the Bible, yes, I'm bringing up the Bible. Even the Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing because you make us better. You don't make us better by standing still. You make us better by holding us accountable, by stepping your game up, and by forcing and compelling us to do the same because we don't want to lose you. That's what you do for us. There is no man, I will be the first to tell you, there is no man that is better off alone than with a good woman. There is nothing better than a good woman. To the LGBTQ plus community, where y'all might do what y'all do, in terms of women with women, men with men, and all of this other. I'm speaking heterosexually. It's the only thing I know. It's the only thing I know when it comes to that stuff. There is nothing better for a man than a good woman. Nothing.
All right, here's my quick take on the Megan Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson breakup. I feel like people idolize relationships way too much based on what they see. If you read what she wrote, she literally said that he's been mistreating her the entire relationship. But you guys are rooting for them because of what they showed on social media. It was all a performance. They're performers. He's an NBA player. She is literally a performer. None of it's real. You don't know how people are getting treated behind closed doors, and you don't know how the relationship is going outside of social media. All that performative stuff, gifts, flowers, all that stuff is nice, but it doesn't show the integrity of the relationship, nor does it show if it's built to last. Just because he introduced her to his family doesn't mean that he was going to be with her forever. They're in a public relationship. You don't think his family wanted to meet her? I think they moved way too fast. I think she did way too much publicly, and I think she needs to move in silence from now on. I also think she needs to take a break from dating because we've seen her jump from relationship to relationship. Before Klay Thompson was Torrey Craig, who she also posted. Nobody needed to see that. I think that she's searching for love in all the wrong places, and she needs to go inward. Take a break and come back when you're ready, girl. And Klay Thompson is human, okay? He's a man, he's human. He made a mistake that a lot of men do make. Not every man, but a lot of men. The man that's laying next to you, 9 times out of 10 has cheated on you. Hopefully not, but if he did, he doesn't have the status that Klay has, and he made the same mistake, and you forgave him. Therefore, he does not deserve voodoo done on him. Y'all are wildin' with that.